Well, I suppose Ruri's with us for good. That being said, let's head down to the shop. I don't have a Pokemon of my own yet, but I come here every day. They have all sorts of Pokemon merchandise here. It's fun to look at even. Now, they don't actually sell Pokeballs here, but you need to talk to this lady here. Huh? Pokeballs? Come to think of it, I haven't seen any being sold in this town. Oh wait, I think I heard someone say that they sell Pokeballs at the outskirts stand. It's east from here. It's modeled after a locomotive, so you won't have any trouble finding it, I think. Aw, boo, I keep getting figures that I don't want. Darn, the one I want is under that capsule. But yes, you need to talk to that lady in the pink hat in order for Pokeballs to start being sold at the outskirts stand. Now, while there are other shops here, which I am demonstrating inventory of, you still can't buy Pokeballs in other shops. You can only ever buy them at the outskirts stand. This is basic status effects. And he says if you call Pokemon's name, it'll basically wake up. So, awakenings are not that useful in this game. You can still buy them for outside of Pokemon battles, but it only takes a turn to wake up Pokemon in battles, so there's really no difference whether you use an item or just use the free method. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure why they did that for this game. Sleep's not that common of a status ailment, and I don't know, I just don't see a reason for having the call command wake up Pokemon. It's nice, definitely don't get me wrong. I just don't see why it works that way. And now for the Pokemon Center. For people new to Pokemon, if you want to heal your Pokemon without spending any money on items such as potions or super potions, you come here. You talk to the lady at the reception desk, and she will heal all of your Pokemon completely for free. There's also the PC in the corner, which once you start obtaining more Pokemon, you can use that PC to store extra Pokemon, as you can only carry up to 6 at a time. I'm just going to heal mine here. Now, unlike regular Pokemon games as well, it used to be on the handheld games, if you wanted to save, you could do so anytime, as long as you weren't in a battle. In Pokemon Colosseum, however, since it does use a memory card that is separate from the disc, you have to save at the PC. So if you want to save your game, you have to search for a computer. And Espeon and Umbreon are no longer riding shotgun, though I suppose Rui had to sit somewhere. Oh, hey, it's you. I was worried about you. Some rough-looking characters came around asking about you. It made me worried. Those guys, they look like they're from Team Snag'em. Now just talk to the guy at the bar. Listen, pal, if you're intending to travel some more, you might want to stock up on some supplies here. Hi, can I ask you something? Don't you sell any Pokeballs? Huh? Pokeballs, you say? There's no call for those things around these parts. Where'd I put them now? Oh yeah, here they are. A little dusty, I'm afraid, but otherwise perfectly usable. Here, take these. I'll let you have some for free. Obtained 5 Pokeballs. Well, since I found them, I may just as well put them out with the rest of the merchandise. If you need some more, well, how about buying them from me? Now, I want to have at least 10 Pokeballs. 10 regular ones. There's also a Great Ball, but I'll get to that in a second. Now, he says he throws in a Premier Ball for free. If you buy 10 Pokeballs, you automatically get a Premier Ball, which is exactly the same as a Pokeball. Its coloring is just a little different. It's entirely white instead of red and white. That's the only difference. So, if you intend to buy more than 10 Pokeballs, always buy them in batches of 10. So if you're going to buy 30 Pokeballs, buy them in 3 batches. That way you'll always get an extra Premier Ball for every 10 Pokeballs that you buy. Oh, it's you two. Something terrible's happened. A whole lot of scary men came here. I think I even saw those 2 creeps who took off in the truck earlier. Now, we want to head back to the mayor's house. And as for the Great Ball, I'll get to that in a little while, I suppose. I'm going to do this part first. We aren't going to need it for a while, so it's suitable. Master Mir B, it's him! He's the one that took the girl from us! Oh, now aren't you boys frightfully pathetic? You mean to tell me that you were bested by these darling infants? Darling, did you say your name was Bren or something? I so don't like saying this, but we're not at liberty to keep your lady friend at liberty. That sweet young thing, she can see things that ordinary people aren't supposed to see. That just will not do for what we're planning to do. No, that just won't do at all. If you don't like pain, like most people, you can avoid the pain by keeping your nose out of places it needn't be. Boys, oh boys! Yes, we will. Boys, I shall make my return to Pyrite now. Do you remember that I will be waiting for you to return with the little lady? Am I making myself clear? I won't accept failure from again, boys. Ho ho ho. Let the music spin. Let it spin on. Come on, you have to have a crazy accent for this guy. He's got a Pokeball afro. How can you not? And salsa music is playing for some reason. You, the last time you caught me off guard, that's not gonna happen again. And we get to battle him again. He has a few different Pokemon this time. A Whismur and a Lotad. Again, nothing we're weak to, but also not something we can do additional damage to yet. Lotad doesn't have very high defense, so I'll have Umbreon handle that one. Physical attack is lowered, but Espeon doesn't use that anyway, so it's going to be another instant knockout. Well, I suppose Return does in this game. I forget that it doesn't follow Black and White's new rules. It still is enough to kill them one hit, though. I'm really gonna have to keep that in mind. I'm not used to the old Pokemon rules anymore, so I might make a mistake now and again. My turn now. I'm not going to end up like Folly. Mirby, Peon, Trigly. Now, this is where things start to get interesting. Again, Spinarak is poison, the spider type. Well, bug type, but it's a spider, so it's easy to tell. It's also poison, so it's weak against Psychic, and Duskull. I believe Ghost is weak to Dark, so I'll go with that. Actually, no, I said Spinarak is a spider, but I just now noticed it has 6 legs, not 4. 8. Darn it. So, technically it would be an insect, maybe? Anyway, back on track. Friend, it's that one! That Pokemon! Those jerks captured me because I saw that Pokemon. I can see a black aura coming from it. They must have done something to that Pokemon. Bren, be careful. This Pokemon isn't afraid to attack people. I know, Bren. I hate to say this, but there's no other choice. Get that Pokemon back from those bad guys. Please, you have to. You can. Actually, only you can do it. This is how we get new Pokemon in the game. I said there were no wild Pokemon, so instead we capture what's known as Shadow Pokemon from other trainers. It's pretty interesting that Pokemon, the actual corporation for Pokemon, decided to incorporate this mechanic into one of their games. It's something that people have wanted to do, I believe, since Pokemon came out. I'm going to have one finish off Duskull, and I'm immediately going to throw a Snag Ball at Makuhita. You do not need to weaken Makuhita. It is your first Shadow Pokemon, so it is a freebie. Normally, in order to capture Pokemon better, you want to get their hit points down, or inflict them with a status effect. This is the one time you don't need to do that. And there! We've defeated our adversary, and we've also obtained a new Pokemon. Another side note, I will be nicknaming my Pokemon. I just can't do it as of yet, as the opportunity has not arisen. Darn it, you're good. You snagged my Pokemon. Hey, what are you saying? You're not supposed to be impressed. Oh man, what are we supposed to do? We got flattened again. Mirabee going to chew us out. What do we do? What is there to do? Run away! You did it, Bren. You snagged that Pokemon back from that goon. But I'm sure there are others like it. Let's get them all back from the bad guys. Now, remember that there were 3 guys who walked out with Mirabee? They will be positioned at each of the town's exits, and each one of them has a particular Shadow Pokemon. A grass, a fire, and a water, depending on color. Now, this is kind of like how in most original Pokemon games, you get to choose whether you want a fire, a water, or a grass starter. And that's what I'm going to do in the next episode. For now, I want to take a look at this Pokemon's stats. It's a Shadow Pokemon, so a lot of stuff is actually blacked out and we can't see it yet, including its attacks. But they'll become more clear in time. For now, though, I just want to go to the PC and save. So what starter will I pick? Find out next time.